Hey guys, today I'm going to be starting my Valentine series. I happen to love mushrooms, gnomes, woodland creatures, anything that kind of looks like that. So of course I love snails, and also they just seem so cute. And there's lots and lots of pictures of them in nature actually like touching lips, like kissing, and it's just so adorable. So for some reason, when I thought of starting my Valentine series, I thought I'm going to do 2 snails, and I added in my favorite, which is mushrooms. Now you guys will be surprised. This is not a nighttime scene, it's a daytime scene, so that's a little bit of a variation for me. So I'm just kind of drawing in my basic shape of what I'm going to do, some little details here and there, and then I'm going to start. Now obviously the snail's shells are round, and in order to kind of keep that look, you have to decide on one edge of the spiral to be light. So when you're coloring it, just look at the spiral and just decide which side of the spiral is going to be the side that's reflecting the light and which side of the swirl is more depressed, if that makes sense, because they're kind of like concave, the spiral. So anyway, in order to get that effect, you do need to keep one side of the spiral light and the other side more dark. Now, in order to incorporate a Valentine theme, I made this mushroom have hearts instead of little white polka dots. Now, in this particular drawing, I didn't want my hearts to look fluffy or puffy. I wanted it to just almost look like a print of a fabric. So I am not going to shade each individual heart. I'm just going in and I did a little darker red on the side, and then I literally went in with a very light gray and just shaded it all. And then I went over the entire mushroom with a light gray color. There you can see it on the stem, because really no mushroom would have a perfectly white color on it. But if I would have shaded each individual heart, it would have given the appearance that the hearts were puffing off the mushroom, and I did not want that because that seems gross and it would gross me out. So I left them flat. So here I am, I'm doing that same thing again on this little sweetie's shell. I chose the lightest shade as my base color. I did a medium tone to add a little shading, and then I'm finishing finally with a darker shade. Now I am going to go in and blend it all again with the lightest shade. I am using Copic markers, which are alcohol based, so they do allow you some freedom to do a little blending, because it's not like a normal marker where it dries the minute it hits the paper. I'm using a marker paper, like this paper is actually designed for markers. So when I'm looking at my paper, I doubt the camera can pick this up. I can see wetness, like I can actually see that the marker is sitting above the paper. It hasn't absorbed all the way just yet, which is nice. It gives you a little tiny bit of playtime, which is so different from other markers. And that's what makes these markers so special. Because they're alcohol based, you have some playtime. So again, I'm kind of using that exact same technique in the mushrooms, and that is I color the whole thing in my lightest shade, and then I do my darker shade, and then I go back to my lighter shade and blur the lines all together. And pretty much I do that all the time. I did that with the body of the snails, a light color, a medium tone color, and the darkest shade, and I blend them all. And that's what gives you that painterly effect, that effect of, that it looks blended, and it looks more, painterly is the only word I can think of. Maybe more like a watercolor, I guess. So I'm going to be quiet now and just let you enjoy the background being drawn in, because that's such a nice, relaxing, meditative part of the drawings. Okay, so here I wrote my sentiment, which it says, love slow, love strong. I was thinking about love and marriage in partnership as I was drawing this, and I was thinking about when you first get with someone or you first start a relationship, it is very intense. It's fast, and as time goes by, your love grows, it changes. I have been with my husband for over 20 years, and I love him more today than I did when we first met, if that's possible. My love has grown. And so to me, it's like a slow burn. It just gets stronger and stronger with time. It's not fast. It's not necessarily dramatic a lot of times. I mean, after you've been with someone for over 20 years, you just don't argue as much as maybe you did at the beginning, and so on and so forth. So that's what I thought about when I was looking at these snails, is how beautiful a long, slow, strong, loving relationship can be. And I'm just finishing up with some grass. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. And thank you so much for all your support. I love you guys.